Won't take long. Will's got a little story to tell, apparently. Okay.
Build it up.
That was good. No, when I promised to talk last night, I'd actually had quite a lot to drink, so can't see me.
Stand over there.
Stand over there?
Yeah.
Where shall I stand?
On the table.
Not on the table. How's that? Is that good? Yay! Right. Now, this is. I don't want to overdo the Shinnecock story, but I do have some updated news on it. So I thought it'd only be fair to share it with you. Does everybody here know about Shinnecock? No. Very briefly. Alistair and Sylph could probably help me with this, but very briefly, this was 2 years ago when we did our first trip to the Manhasset event, and we had a little bit of time before the event to explore. And we've obviously all heard of the Hamptons, famous place, which we'd heard wasn't far from where we were. So we arranged a rendezvous with Alistair and Sylph, and we looked at the map, and amazingly, for some reason, the ideal point to meet was this railway station, wasn't it? We were going by train, they were coming by car, and we met at a place called Spunk, I think it was called, or something like that. Yeah, does that sound about right? Anyway, we thought, strange name, but there we go. It worked, and everything came together, and we met there, so to speak. And so we, well, funnier than I thought. And we, so anyway, we met there, and we drove and said, let's go to the Hamptons, where it's a lovely area, apparently, beautiful area. We'll find a really nice restaurant to have lunch. So off we drove, and we drove and drove. We saw the occasional sign. Did we ever see a sign for the Hamptons? No, I don't know. Anyway, we drove all around Long Island and couldn't find the Hamptons. And anyway, we ended up in this place called Shinnecock, and we thought, blimey, this is rather strange. And anyway, so somebody gave us directions to Hamptons. We headed off following these directions, went over the same bridge we'd been over about 5 times, came back, and we ended up in Shinnecock High Street again. All roads end in Shinnecock. So anyway, not to be outdone, we thought, well, we'll find a nice restaurant. So Sylph at this point was appointed spokeswoman, and she went into, and sorry, you've all heard this before, I'm probably boring you again, but so Sylph went into the hardware store in Shinnecock, and we thought, this is, you can't write a script like this. So anyway, this is a store. We went to the hardware store in Shinnecock, and and we found, we exported our language to you guys. You've messed it around a bit, I know, but basically, most people speak English there, but we found the one person on Long Island that couldn't. And Sylvia was saying, very clearly, we're looking for a restaurant, a nice restaurant here in Shinnecock. And this woman evidently saw this was an emergency, so she grabbed Sylvia by the arm and frog marched her to the restroom. And Sylvia was then trying to fight back. She said, no, I don't need the restroom, I need a restaurant. Yeah, restroom, yeah. So, anyway, extracted ourselves from that, and we did eventually find somewhere to eat, nice restaurant in Shinnecock, and we were completely oblivious that apparently for some reason you pronounce it differently, which we realised when we got to the Manhasset, and we were just chatting about what we've been up to, and when we got these rather odd looks when we said, we had a nice lunch. We couldn't find Hamptons, so we had a nice lunch in Shinnecock. And,
We had a cocktail there.
But, yes, we did have a cocktail, yeah. Anyway, so that was a bit of a funny story from the last trip. And Jeff and Amy, who've been staying with us, it was lovely to see them again. Great company. We love having them staying with us. And they kindly brought us some gifts, and one of which I've been wearing it all week actually, so it's a bit grubby, but you might have seen it's got a very, very small print here, probably fortunately, but I'm gonna wear this around town, which I'm very honoured to have this. and because it says proud to be Shinnecock. So there's more, and it gets better. Now, so I thought, no, I'm feeling kind of, at one with it's a tribe of Indians, actually, by the way, those that don't know, which was, they go back a long way on Long Island, and the Shinnecock tribe. Alistair, I think I've forgotten. Can you remember the reason you think the tribe got its name?
Well, they got very short legs.
Oh, indeed. They're big chaps.
They seem to father a lot of children.
Yes, yeah.
That's the only reason I can think of.
So,
Well, clearly you've been rubbing them up the wrong way.
not very personal. Oh, yeah. Not bad. Not bad. So anyway, so I thought I'd better do a bit of research because I feel at one with this tribe almost now, and it's very, very interesting actually. And funnily enough, it was just last year, June 2010. Apparently, the tribe was recognised by the United States government. I don't know if anyone here knew that, but I think it's probably since our visit and the high profile now the tribe has obviously helped them on their way. But anyway, I read the history and whatever, and it's all great stuff. And they were very close to. They were mariners basically, which is great. So I can see a connection. They were but a phrase did rather unfortunate phrase sprung to light here. And it says, at the start of the 20th century, the Shinnecock were described as daring seamen. Anyway, that's and this is it's all true. This is Wikipedia. So, so that's fine. So now I thought, as our class, as with yours, we're always striving to increase the numbers and so forth, get the boats out there, and needs some financial backing. So we're always thinking of sponsorship. So I did notice from here that now they're recognised, they can. This is what they always do. They go and build a casino for some reason. So I thought they've got lots of money. Maybe an approach for sponsorship would be in order for because we are their brothers almost here in the and I was thinking of the logo. We'd obviously have to brand up the boats and so forth. And then one of the other gifts from Jeff and Amy, which was fantastic. And I thought perhaps this is the logo. We've got nice big mainsails, as you can see. So it's nice and big. Is this, which is available from all good retail stores, is got. It says, those who can't read it, got Shinnecock. So that could draw a bit of attention. Anyway, we'll work on that. But anyway, I've probably flogged that story to death now, so we promised to have a new one for the next meeting. We'll move on to another tribe. But just from my own point of view, again a vote of thanks from me personally, because obviously I do have a family connection with these boats, and as always when we gather together like this, it's fantastic to think that when he was scribbling on his drawing board in 1932, that here we are nearly 80 years on, and these boats have brought people together like this. We have so much fun, and we've made such good friends through it. So a personal thank you from me on behalf of my grandfather, who would be so chuffed to see what fun people are having out of his design. So thanks for keeping it going. Let's keep it going, and we'll look forward to the next one from me.